It's my pleasure to welcome you all. If you're passionate about something and you want to make difference, I guarantee there is a way to do in engineering. On behalf of EEE Department, Office of International Relation and Collaboration Cell, with International Conference and Electrical Wake Engineering and Medical Science, the today's topic is scholarship opportunities of masters and PhD programs in Russia. Now I call upon Dr. S. Krishnaveni, Assistant Professor of Department Electrical and Electronics Engineering, to give an introduction of the speaker.
Hi, sir. This is Dr. Krishaveni from AAA Department, and it's my pleasure to welcome you and pleasure for the international conference on ice swims. Uh, George Kennedy A. Rogel was born in 1986 in Moscow. In 2009, he was graduated in Lomonosov Moscow State University with a specialization in sociology. From 2009, he worked in the central office of Nistrovo, that is the federal agency for the Commonwealth of Independent States, comrades living abroad and international humanitarian cooperation. From November 2014 to May 2018, he worked in the representative office of Rostro in Greece, that is the Russian Center of Science and Culture in Athens. From June to July 2018, he worked in the central office of Nistrova. From August 2018 onwards, he is a deputy representative of Restro Nistrova in India, director of Russian Center of Science and Culture in Chennai. Sir, we welcome you for the international conference of ice swims. Thank you, sir.
Uh, Hello, good evening, everyone. Dear friends, first of all, I would like to thank the Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute for giving me this opportunity to tell you about the Russian government scholarship program. I hope it will be very useful information for you. Within the framework of this program, students with high academic performances are eligible to receive a grant for a free of cost education for the entire duration of studies in bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees. Also, this scholarship program provides for students Russian language courses. It is included as a part of this program. Every year, the Russian Federation has allocated approximately 100 votes for Indian students in popular fields of study, like medicine, like engineering, science, in Russian universities. I think that detailed information about the registration process of the scholarship program all of you can find on the website educationinrussia.com. It's very easy to find this website and to see all the necessary information for registration. I would like to address everyone who is interested in applying for the state scholarship. Please don't miss this opportunity to get free education in the best Russian universities. And register on the site educationinrussia.com and get a quota, because the registration process will last till 15th of December, and then it will over. That's why you should hurry up if you want to get free education. You can follow the information on the website or on Facebook page of, you can find this information on the website or on Facebook page of Russian Center of Science and Culture in Chennai. My colleague Chandrasekhar can give you detailed information about scholarship program and tell you about Russia, about Russian culture, maybe some interesting information about Russian universities, medical universities. Just I wanted to remind you that Russian education is really high standard of education. And of course, Russian medicine universities, institutes provides very good, very qualified education for their students, for masters, for PhD degrees. So I welcome all of you. Thank you again, and I would like to give the floor to my colleague, to Ket Kitchen-Beseka. Please, Ket, can you join us and say a few words about Russian education?
Sure. I'm just sharing my screen. Are you all able to see my screen?
No, unfortunately not. I don't see your screen.
I'm just going to do it again. Is this now visible?
Till now, it's not visible.
It's visible, sir.
Visible because I don't see. Now, yes, okay, now it's okay.
So, welcome to the presentation on education opportunities in Russia. The Russian Government Scholarship Program is an annual program where students from abroad are offered seats in Russian universities for various fields of study. Russia is the largest country in the world and a world leader in training scientists, mathematicians, engineers, programmers, physicians, and specialists. More than 200,000 foreign students study in Russia annually, and many of them study under scholarship. Higher education in Russia is world recognized, so this education gives you an opportunity to explore a new culture, learn a new language, tradition, and environment, enjoy different seasons, and a whole lot more. The scholarship program offers you 100% free education. This means that for the entire duration of your study, the tuition for the course is covered under scholarship. And students have an opportunity to choose from over 700 universities across 82 regions in the country. There are 205 fields of study, including mathematics, natural sciences, dramatics, arts, economics, and a whole lot more. And under the scholarship, students can pursue a bachelor's degree, master's degree, specialist programs like MBBS, as well as postgraduate programs. The government scholarship is offered to 15,000 students every year. Out of these, 100 grants are exclusively for Indian students. So what does this scholarship cover? Like I already mentioned, the first thing is it's a free education. So the tuition for the year, for the entire duration of study, if it's a 3-year program, 4-year program, 5-year program, for the entire duration, the tuition is completely covered. Additionally, for those who don't speak Russian language, the preparatory course is an additional year that is in the beginning of the course. Before you start your university studies, there is a preparatory faculty under which you will be taught Russian language. I'll tell you more about that in the next few slides. So that is also covered under scholarship. In addition to all of this, you will also receive a student stipend, which is approximately about $21 that is offered to students on a monthly basis. So who can receive the grant? Those who have successfully passed their current level of education. So what does this mean? So if you're pursuing a bachelor's degree, you should have completed 12th standard. If you're pursuing master's, you'll have to finish your bachelor's degree successfully. And if you're pursuing PhD, you'll have to finish your previous level of study, which is usually master's. The duration of study under bachelor's is around 4 to 4.5 years. For master's, it is 2 years. Specialty degrees like medicine, it's about 5.5 years. And postgraduate program lasts from 3 to 4 years. So I mentioned the preparatory course a couple of slides ago. What is this course about? So this preparatory faculty is for those foreign students who don't speak Russian language. So in this course, it is an additional year of course, more than your total duration. So if your duration of the actual degree is 4 years, then preparatory course is 1 year plus 4 years of study. So in this 1 year course, you will be taught Russian language as well as certain information related to your subject. So you will be taught enough in Russian language so that you can start your studies, whether it is bachelor's, master's or PhD, according to your level. You will be taught Russian language in that 1 year so that you are ready to start university studies. At the end of this 1 year of preparatory faculty, there will be an exam conducted and you'll have to pass this exam in order to start your studies in the university. So how do you get the scholarship? It's very simple. You just log on to this website, educationinrussia.com, and in a few simple steps, you can complete your application and start your journey to go to Russia and pursue a higher education. In the first stage, there are 2 stages of selection. So in the first stage, when you enter the website, what you'll have to do is submit all your personal information, what your current level of education is, achievements, recommendation letters, and choose up to 6 universities where you would like to study. And only 2 universities can be chosen per city. You can choose 6 universities for a single program. You can't choose 2 different courses of study and mix and match between different universities. For one course, you can choose up to 6 universities. So what is required in terms of basic documentation? For those of you who are pursuing your master's degrees, you will have to submit your semester-wise mark sheets that are available at the moment and a letter from your university that you are appearing for the final exams this year, and on successfully passing, you will be getting your degree. This bona fide letter is a requirement in order to ensure that you can move to the second stage of selection. For those who are pursuing PhD programs, you must additionally provide a recommendation letter from the university where you want to pursue your PhD. So they have to give a letter saying they will be able to accept you if you get selected under scholarship to study whatever course you prefer in their university for PhD, and that a guide is available. For those who are pursuing medicine, NEET is mandatory. Copy of passport is a must during this stage. So if you don't have a passport, you'll have to apply under Tatkal and ensure you have it while applying for scholarship. Personal achievements and recommendations are a big bonus. They do add to the total score of your scholarship. So if you can get recommendations from your professors, from your university, if you have certificates of participation in various extracurricular activities, quizzes, competitions, Olympiads, all of those are important for your application. So as much as you can add to boost to your application, please provide those documents. Once you submit your documents, they will all be reviewed by Russian House in Delhi, and once they have reviewed, it will move on to the next stage, which will be the second stage of selection. In the next stage, you will be required to translate your documents into Russian language. You'll also be asked for a health certificate and certain additional information. Now, at the end of the second stage of selection, your documents, assuming everything, all your application is complete, it will be reviewed in Russia by the Ministry of Education and Science, and finally by the university, who will then have the decision to accept you under scholarship. Once you're accepted, you will be receiving an email and an invitation letter saying you can apply for your visa and travel to Russia. The entire process is easy, and all communications are through email. On my screen, the contact information of Russian House in Delhi is available. So if you are planning to apply, please take a screenshot so that this information is available to you. I can share this on the chat later at the end of the presentation as well. So what does the grant not cover? It doesn't cover transfer to university, that is your travel expenses, your living expenses, health insurance, and visa costs. These costs are not covered under scholarship. To give you a basic overview of the planning, the translation and document translation costs are subjective depending on where you're going to get it done. The visa cost, you'll have to check with the consulate at the time what the cost of the visa to Russia is. You'll have to plan for winter clothes. So the winters in Russia are very, very severe, cold. So you'll have to make sure you have the correct boots, the correct jacket. So planning clothes will be an expense. Health insurance will approximately be about $100 to $150 per annum. The travel to Russia, again, is subjective depending on what airline you're taking and when you're taking it. The accommodation expenses for students is quite low. Sometimes the monthly stipend could cover the hostel expense, sometimes it can't, but depending on the city where you're planning to study, and your hostel cost may be anywhere between $20 to $100 per month. Now the living expenses also is depending on each individual. On an average, in Moscow it's about $250 to $300, and in other cities it may be about $150 to $200. What are the other benefits of studying in Russia? Affordable accommodation, as I already mentioned. The sports facilities are fantastic in all the universities. So you'll have an opportunity to experience world-class sports facilities where you can participate and maybe even learn a new sport and competitively engage in it. There is a huge international student community, as I already mentioned. Thousands of students from all over the world come to Russia to study. So you will have a lovely international network of students with whom you can network and establish a friendly student network. The climate zones in Russia are definitely interesting. So you will be able to experience summer, winter, autumn, spring, all of it. So, and that is definitely something that many of us, at least in Chennai, will be eager to experience. The art and culture in Russia is something worth exploring. And the best part of all of this is for students, you do have discounts that are available in public transport, in museums, galleries, theaters, and concerts. So you can truly experience the culture of Russia at very affordable rates. It is an amazing travel opportunity as well, because there are multiple UNESCO World Heritage sites. If you do a simple Google search, you'll be able to find out how much there is to explore in Russia. So what is the last date for application? December 15th. So you have enough time. If you don't have a passport, you have enough time to apply for one and get it. Start your application today if you're interested in pursuing an education in Russia. The website is educationinrussia.com. The process is very simple. If you have any queries, you can always write to us. Also, I'd like to mention that Russian language is taught at the Russian Center in Chennai. If you are interested, there is a Google link, which again I will share in the chat. Those of you who are interested can sign up so we can keep you updated on our next available batch. I'm just going to quickly run through some frequently asked questions so it is easy for students, the audience who are joining us today. How long is the selection process? The entire process will be about 2 to 3 months approximately. Are there any exam fees or exams for the scholarship program? No, there is no fee, no exam. It's only based on an interview. Passport, is it mandatory? Yes, it is mandatory. There is, my presentation has an error on the date. The date has been extended to 15th December 2021. That will be your last date of application. On what basis are the candidates selected? It's your entire document portfolio. So whether your documents, your marks, recommendation letters, everything adds points to your application. So the greater the score, your greater the chances of getting selected. Can you change your paid seat into a scholarship? No. But you can apply for scholarship from the next level of education. What is the cost of living in Russia? We already covered this previously. In Moscow, it's about $250 to $300, and in other cities, it will be about $150 to $200. Part-time work in Russia. This is recently a big development that has taken place where students are allowed to pursue part-time work. However, it is a student having free time to pursue part-time work is dependent on the course you're following and amount of coursework you will have after hours, like homework. So, and whether you'll get paid enough to cover all your cost of living is really dependent on the student. But the opportunity is available. It is always better to check with your university if you can work part-time while you're studying in Russia. Where can you find the course you want? You can visit the website Education in Russia and select level of education. This level of education is what you want to study. And then you can select the program. This is how it will appear. So education level is what you want to pursue. So if you want to go for a bachelor's degree, you will choose bachelor's degree here. And area of education is what you want to go and what subject you want to go and study. Where can I find MBBS on the site? Under specialty degree, public health services and medical sciences. Under this option, you will find clinical medicine, fundamental medicine. So you choose your options and proceed accordingly. Can I practice medicine in India after I graduate? Yes, subject to passing the screening test. Are all courses taught in Russian language? So most courses under scholarship will be taught in Russian language. However, because more and more international students are interested in studying in Russia, courses in English are also being offered under scholarship. So you'll have to log on to the website and check if the subject you want is being taught in English language. Is the preparatory course enough to learn Russian language? Yes. It is tailored for foreign students coming to Russia for studies. So depending on what your course is, accordingly, you will be taught during the preparatory course so that you are ready for university studies. Can you pursue PhD under scholarship? Yes. You'll just have to choose the postgraduate studies option under level of education and choose whichever course you want to study. Can you look for a job in Russia after graduation? Under student visa, it is only allowed for you to go study and return. So after graduation, you'll have to come back, apply for a work visa, and then look for a job. So that brings me to the end of the presentation. I have a QR code up on your screen, so you can quickly just scan it and the website Education in Russia will open up. If you have any doubts, questions, please call us or write to us on the email ID that is on your screens right now. I will, at the end of this presentation, put up all this information for contact on the chat box, and admin can share that with you. Thank you.
In the end, also I can add some maybe more interesting information that this year 90 students, 90 Indians can get scholarship program and can get free education in Russian universities. 20 of them were from Tamil Nadu, and I should just stress again and just focus your just to tell you again, just to remind you that this is a governmental scholarship program. So it's very important that you to know that it's a governmental scholarship program. Thank you for your time. Maybe you have some questions. You can try to answer on your questions.
So, no questions right now, sir, because no one has asked any question. But we'll ask our students to apply in the register link and for the higher studies in Russia.
Mhm.
We'll ask our
Sorry.
students to register, sir. We'll ask our students to register in the email ID where you've given,
Uh, Email
so that
ID
they
to no, maybe my colleague answer. Can you add her to the session? My colleague, because she can give the email ID.
she has provided the email ID. We have taken a screenshot of it. We'll ask our
Huh?
students to apply. So,
Yeah. Sorry.
thank you so much, sir. It was very useful about the information you have given, sir. Thank you so much.
Huh? Just to I don't understand clear. Do you have any questions from students? Maybe no.
I can't get you, sir. It's not audible.
Sorry. Can you repeat? Do you have any questions from students? Student questions of
No,
students?
sir.
No. No. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now I call upon Dr. Ethiraj, sir, Dean of ENT, to give a validity address.
Okay, fine. Good evening, all of you. And first of all, I wish to congratulate the team of Tigli department for conducting the conference on electrical vehicle and engineering in medical science. Actually, you know that this is the theme of the conference is really apt, and for the present day scenario, this is very much very much important. You know that because everybody is looking for, you know that we are going to transform from the diesel and petrol cars to the e-vehicles, and a lot of manufacturers shifting from the regular contemporary vehicle to the electric vehicles. And another thing is the medical. You know that because of the COVID, a lot of changes has happened in the regular day-to-day life activities itself. So the medical field is going to have a tougher time in detecting the certain diseases and to cure and support the patient. All those things are there. So the theme is really the apt one, and I hope that you might have enjoyed for the last 2 days with this type of topics, which is so relevant to the day-to-day life now. Now, apart from this, I wish to congratulate the IEEE student chapter team also, as well as the international collaboration cell of Dr. MGR University. In fact, this especially see when you are attending the conferences or attending some seminar on these type of things, please carry away with a new what do you say idea and message from the conference. And you know that since electrical vehicle we are talking about, what are the lacunas are there, because you know that people are saying that you have to suppose if you charge the electrical vehicle, it will last only for 70 kilometers. Then you have to do it for 2.5 hours charging. You have to stay there. So all these things are there, hiccups are there, and this is where the engineering people, engineering or even the science students have to, put their head inside to see that how far effectively these things are used in electrical vehicle side. Because you know one of the challenges is that the power power for in electrical vehicles. Similarly, fuel cells in is technology is emerging out, and you have to think of such a latest areas where you can explore and give suggestions for what improvement can be done on this. So this is how these conferences will help you to pave a way for you to walk through, so that you will be successful in the future. So I congratulate once again. I congratulate the IEEE team of coordinators and IEEE student chapter student chapter for organizing this conference. And I'm really thankful to the head of the department, Dr. Bhuvaneshwari Madam, and other team members for inviting me to give the validity address. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for making us precious time with us. Next, I call upon Dr. L. Ramesh, sir, Joint Register of EPA, to give a short speech about international affairs.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And it was very wonderful. The two-day international conference come to the conclusion today with a very good outcome. So only thing, we had a very good discussion with the national and international experts on electrical vehicle technology, how it is going to rule the world, rightly pointed out by our Dean ENT. Maybe the people are talking about electrical vehicle technology started talking now in a big way. Like last 2 years, there is a big boom in every students after 12th they asked the course artificial intelligence, like that. Maybe another 2 years, 3 years, within another 2 years, the most of the 12th students will ask, can I able to get BTech electrical vehicle technology? So that is going to come. Even my street, within a week, 3 electrical vehicle is there, two-wheeler. Near my house, yesterday, one person, I had experience with him. He told that taking 3 hours to charge. Another one person told it is taking 4 hours to charge. So what kind of good sign it is coming? And it is the right time the electrical engineering students who taken now as the electrical engineer, surely you are having a very, very bright future. Only condition is that you have to be very pioneer in electrical engineering. You have to be very pioneer in electrical engineering, electrical vehicle technology. So in the electrical vehicle technology, there is an enormous opportunity research areas are there. You go in that particular research area and be master in that, so that it will be able to come out with a beautiful thing. Yes, I rightly pointed out that our department is also taking initiative to come out with a BTech in electrical vehicle technology. Already they formulated some certificate training program, and hope it is going to be run in a good way, so that the present students can able to go out with the certification. And when 1 month back I heard about another before we have the concept of energy auditor. So now as one faculty, they told that he cleared an exam for electrical vehicle inspector. It is a new post like that, electrical vehicle inspector like that. So it is a great good sign for the electrical engineering department, and I'm happy that I am in that department. So normally the department will boom for certain time, but electrical last couple of years it is not boom. It is going to come in another 1 year, 2 year. And I am very thankful to the chief guest for the valedictory, and the speaker who given the confirmation, Sagar, and all the team through our international office. We had connected with the speakers, and they provided their very fantastic research experiences, so that actually it is a very useful, and it is useful for our students to continue their little part of research in their academic curriculum. And I appreciate EEE department along with BMI, E&A, all the department faculty members, students. Appreciate the HOD and the whole team for organizing, and a special appreciation to Rama ma'am and the team, organizing team, and in association with IEEE student chapter. Thank you so much for inviting me, and have a great success. I request the department to have the conference in a specific name called to be continued in every year with very top international experts. Like that, it has to be continued, and it has to be give the fruitful outcome in the future also. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. I request Dr. Kausalya, Dean of International Affairs, to give a brief on ICEBEMS.
We also congratulate Triple HOD Ms. Boneshwari ma'am and a vibrant team for organizing this international conference on electrical vehicle and engineering and medical science, and making this conference a grand success. Thanks to all the eminent speakers for their highly informative and thought-provoking talk. And looking forward for many collaborative programs with the AAA department. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's my privilege to be asked to give a proposed vote of thanks on this occasion. Now I call upon Assistant Deputy HOD of Jayarajan sir of Electrical and Electronics Department.
As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation not to utter words but to live by them. I extend our thanks to the speakers for this international conference, Dr. Kesavan Bhubalan, Mr. Satyalingam Kannayan, Mr. Magajan Sagar Bhaskar, Dr. Salisha Abdul Rahman, Dr. Gennadii Rogalev for sharing their valuable knowledge with us. I extend my thanks to our founder chancellor, Dr. A.C.S. Shanmugam. I sincerely thanks to our honorable president, engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar, vice chancellor, Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, registrar, Dr. C.B. Palanivel, chancellor, Professor R.M. Vasagam, vice president, Dr. M.K. Batmanabhan, provost, Professor Dr. G. Gopalakrishnan, Rector Professor Dr. D. Vishwanathan, Professor Vice Chancellor Dr. M. Ravichandran, Senior Additional Registrar Professor Dr. P. Kalidas, Additional Registrar Staff and Student Administration Professor Dr. V. Cyril Raj, Additional Registrar Academic Professor Dr. Nalusamy, Dr. ENT Professor Dr. N. Yatiraj, Additional Registrar Student Affairs Professor Dr. Felix Kala, Joint Registrar Event Publication Professor Dr. L. Ramesh, Joint Registrar Social Relevant Government Project Professor Dr. E. Shiba Persis, Dean Consultancy Professor Dr. K. Sujata, Dean Library Dr. A. Nalini, Dean Energy Conservation Professor Dr. A. Kannan, Dean Purchase Dr. V. Karthikeyan, Dean Office of International Relation and Collaboration Cell Dr. S. Kausalya, and I sincerely thanks to our HOD Dr. S. Bhuneshwari and organizing secretaries Engineer S.T. Rama, Dr. S. Krishnaveni, and organizing committee members Engineer Rangamal Sangari, Dr. Shivanand, Engineer A. Raja, and J. Janish. And special thanks to technical head Mr. R. Deepak, technical support Mr. S. Bijo Shain, Deputy Secretary Ms. M. Kavita, Additional Secretary Ms. Saranya Shivanandan, student coordinators Ms. Ritika, Ms. Monisha, and Mr. Vignesh for making this conference successful. Last but not least, we thanks to all the participants who have taken part in this conference. Thank you all.
Sir, this is a certificate of your appreciation, sir. Thank you so much for making a wonderful time with us, sir.